Black Panther in Marvel Rivals. We gotta talk about it. Some say he's useless, others say he's a menace. My truth is, he's only fun if you're using him right. But is using him properly as fun as it sounds? Hear me out. As a 4 out of 5 difficulty character, the game's letting you know right off the bat that it's gonna take some practice to be efficient with this character. I'm not doing a guide to using Black Panther, plenty of those out already. This is more to address the misconception behind his strategy and speak on why so many Black Panther fans may not be happy with his loadout, and why I agree. Black Panther was the first character I tried in Rivals. Naturally, as a Panther fan, you expect him to play like a vanguard, a character you can jump into a scramble with and use his combat and technological prowess and have a good time with, right? Wrong. In order to have fun with Black Panther, you have to think like a panther, lowercase p, the animal. A predator that must choose his battles carefully and strike with precision. If you rush into a skirmish with no plan, you're as good as got. It took me a while to understand, especially against live targets and learning what other characters are capable of. For example, Wanda Maximoff obliterating anyone within a 50-foot radius in a blink of an eye, or the dreaded one, the creature I'm sure does not have a soul. I don't care how cute he is, Jeff does not have a soul, and that's why he's not afraid to jump off the map with entire families. Anyway, it's been years since I played Overwatch, haven't really played many Team Arena games since, but from what I heard, he has an assassin playstyle. His role is, like I said, to choose targets carefully and swiftly take them out with precision, just like Magneto's role is primarily defensive, protecting his squad mates. It's a very focused role. It feels limiting at first, especially next to characters like Hawkeye, who can double jump, and Iron Fist, who can wall run and triple jump and self-heal. Not gonna lie, I did expect Panther's loadout to be more rounded or more showing of the familiar Black Panther I know and love. He's the Black Panther. He's one of the smartest characters in the game. He has one of the biggest set of resources, that being the Intergalactic Empire, which I will come back to that because that's the one thing that we're spot on with developing. I will quickly say that the Empire is massive in canon lore. 5 galaxies worth of resources at his disposal. I actually expected Panther to be a little cracked off of that alone. It actually seems like bits of his character are split between the abilities of other rivals. Doctor Strange darkness builds up the more he uses his powers, which has to be released or he is cursed. That's kind of similar to Panther's vibranium suit, storing and redirecting energy, right? I mentioned the jump, which is his double jump. It requires you to find a wall to mount before using, which isn't too hard to find, but you can only run upwards vertically. And if you're out in the open, you're pretty much cooked, which adds to the element of his guerrilla playstyle, because the other part of making the assault is getting away with it. Shout out to Luigi. Okay, moving on. Psylocke can turn invisible. She also has an ultimate ability where she uses invisibility to strike multiple enemies in a series of dashes, which is similar to the ability Black Panther had in the Ultimate Alliance games. Psylocke actually plays a lot like how I wanted T'Challa to play, maybe a little bit bulkier if it was his abilities. Black Panther can canonically do all the stuff and more. Literally switch out the wrist gun for energy daggers. My friends and I were joking that they made T'Challa a spirit chucker as a coded joke, but he actually did get this ability in the Intergalactic Empire run, so it is canon that he has it. It was actually called the Spear of Bashanga, and I thought it was pretty cool. I don't expect every character to be a lore accurate representation of their comic counterpart with all the abilities they ever had. No, Black Panther's been around for 50 plus years, but it would be cool to have Panther's kit be more exciting. The vibranium spear is great for setting up combos. The dash is awesome when you don't miss. The flying kick has a short delay that makes it a bit hard to get timed right, but it's an okay addition. The ultimate may be one of not my most favorite in the game. Not that you can't use it effectively, but it's certainly not doing that much damage. And unless your enemies are all in a line, you have to aim and attack them in rapid succession after you've launched the ultimate. So it's like the ultimate starts something, but then you have to follow up with more moves after it, which There's so many characters with skills who can do instant KOs, if not drastically change the game. And I mean, heck, even Winter Soldier has an ultimate ability that can reset if his special makes a KO. I just found that out a few days ago, and I found out in the worst way possible. There are ultimates that can heal, they can buff allies and debuff enemies and not focus on damage per se, which is fine. But for Panther fans, you want a little more, right? Wouldn't it be great to have the ultimate Panther stay and damage enemies in the area for a few seconds, or get the might of Wakanda's Air Force portal in a trail of beams and missiles, something that kind of fits the more of the scene of this intergalactic empire, you know? In conclusion, there's a bit to be desired, but I do have fun playing as T'Challa. It seems they pushed the envelope with a lot of other characters, and T'Challa ended up with this challenging kit that is more about precision and making a circumstance rather than just going in and having all types of fun with. Again, and I get it. This is a strategy game. It's not just about fun. I mean, you have to use resources wisely, and they want you to be wise with these characters that happen to have 3 or 4 or 5 star difficulty. I'm sure there will be changes in the near future as it goes with these games. I would love to see just one small tweak, if anything. Maybe if he holds that spear a little bit longer, if he can aim the spear instead of just throwing it the minute you hit the button. I don't know, something like that. It might come, it may not. I am expecting Shuri to make the game and have more of a tech-centered toolkit. The tier list can definitely change, and from what I've heard from most experienced players, Black Panther is on the higher side. He's not an S tier character for the most users. Again, he's a 4-star character, so he's not going to be easy to use. He's not going to fit every circumstance, but he's not unusable. I really love everything else about the Black Panther in this game, from his outfits to the lore, the voice lines, the maps. They really did him justice in those regards, which I will save for another video. But let me know what you all think. Oh man, I've been sitting on this video for a long time, and mainly because I've been having so much damn fun playing this game. Every time I feel like I'm going to make a video about it, I end up sitting and gaming out for like hours with my friends. So but yeah, let me know, is Black Panther not working for you? Maybe you prefer a totally different loadout for him. Do you think he could use some tweaks, or is he fine the way he is? Follow me for more Black Panther material. Stay aligned, and I'll see you all soon.